All right, 3-3, part 2. Hannah, do you remember how to graph equations of lines? That's it. We need the slope and the y-intercept. So in this problem, Hannah, let's start with this one because it's easier, right? Where do I start? Okay, let's put the slope over 1. Now where do I get my first point, my starting point? Which is? So we're going to start here at -3. So everybody plot that point. 1, 2, 3. Now, Hannah told me I need to make my slope a fraction. So that tells me what, Jay? It tells me to go up how many? Up 2, 1, 2, and to the right 1. And we can keep doing that, up 2 to the right 1, to get a bunch of points on our line. Then we're going to connect them, and we're good to go. Who's at home? Ooh, Nikki Grantland.
Yeah.
Nikki. Now the first one, y equals 2x, it's a little bit trickier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where I start in that one?
The origin.
The origin, very good. Notice this one had the -3, and this one doesn't have anything here. All right, so that's +0. So we're going to start there. So we're going to start at 0. And just like the last one, Hannah told me, I put it over 1. So Nikki, where do I go?
Up 2 over 1.
Up 2 to the right 1. Up 2 to the right 1. Up 2 to the right 1. Up 2 to the right 1. Well, I was going to call on Keelan, but no, it's okay, man. You can steal the show. It's the Hannah show today. Hannah, you got to say it louder, though. They're parallel. Now, how do you know they're parallel? Same slope? What else?
Not touching.
They're not touching. So there's 2 ways to tell that the lines are parallel. 1, they don't touch graphically, right? They never touch. 2, they have the same slope. Notice they both have the slope of 2 right there. Any questions?
Yeah.
What's up?
So on 3.2, on the sign, where you have to plot a graph, I plotted the graph every time.
Okay.
Do I have to plot every single point?
No. Yeah. So I noticed there's a couple things that could have been wrong. So just so you guys at home can hear, Ed said when I was plotting stuff at home on WebAssign, I kept getting things wrong. And this is what I was doing. So there's 2 things that I noticed people are doing wrong. 1, they were using the wrong line or had like extra stuff going on behind it. Like you had extra points. So what you want to do is click that line button. And you want to click the line one. That's the one with the 2 arrows. Okay, Ed? Yep. And then you're going to click at your starting point. So I would click at -3. And then I would move my mouse up 1, 2, and to the right 1. And then I would click again. And then I would click off it so that my line went from gray to black.
So you just hold it.
Yeah, so I would click here. Yep, click it, click again. And then you'll get a line. Okay? So basically here I would click, and then I would go up 1, 2, to the right 1, click. And then it would put a gray line, and then I would click like here, like off it, and I would get a black line. The other thing that was happening was pretty much you just had too much stuff in the background. Like you had 2 points, and then you connect them, and WebAssign was viewing it as you had 2 points in a line, and it was saying like you have too much information. It was saying it was wrong. If you keep having that issue, Ed, you can always let me know, and I can walk you through it on WebAssign. All right, let's go to the next one here. And we all know that if we have parallel lines, the next one's going to be perpendicular. So we already know the answer here.
I guess it's that.
Yep. So we already know the answer is perpendicular just because things come in pairs, right, Hansi?
Yeah.
And the directions probably say like right below parallel and perpendicular. So here's the thing, Hansi. Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have opposite. Big word, starts with an R. Ends in reciprocal.
And it's still the show.
It's the hand show today. Must be your birthday. Although it wasn't on the announcement, so it probably wasn't. No. Yeah, they're opposite reciprocals. Okay, so here we go. Let's graph this one. So this one, we're going to start here. So we're going to start at -4. Then this says we go down 1 over to the right 5. So we're going to go down 1 to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 1 to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I could use the edge of my calculator or a ruler or something to get that. I don't have it, so I got to get points back here to the left. So I think backwards. So I'm going to get these points here. I'm going to connect them. There we go. Here, we're going to start at 2. That's right there. This, I have to make it a fraction. So I'm going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right 1. Can't go up 5 to the right 1. I'd be off. So let me work backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The left one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left one. Now I'm going to connect them. And notice graphically they intersect. Right, Leah? What type of angle do they intersect at? Right angle. So perpendicular lines are two lines that intersect to form a right angle. We can algebraically see it because the slopes are opposite reciprocals. Okay, so 5 over 1 and -1 over 5. Notice 5 over 1, flip it, 1 over 5, one's positive, one's negative. There we go. Good enough? All right, the yellow boxes. Just a recap, says two distinct non-vertical lines are parallel if and only if they have the same slope. It's a nice little, piece of information. Okay? Perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite reciprocals. They give you a little graphic of that. So let's go down here and it says, Julia, it says, are the lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular, very good. So for A, the slope of this red line is 2 or -2 over 1. The slope of the blue line is 1/2. So they're perpendicular. Jay, you okay with that? And here's a little thing. You may see this on standardized testing. An upside down T means perpendicular. Just a little heads up. It's more of a geometry piece of info. B. Kaylin, what would you say for B? All right, Ed, what do you got? Parallel. Very good. The red line, that slope is 1/3. The green line, that slope is 1/3. So they are parallel. Does anybody know the symbol for parallel? What? Yeah, it's the L's in parallel. What's that? Those lines? No. I'll probably just write the word. But I'm just trying to let you guys know because at some point you guys are going to be taking SATs or like a college entrance exam, and that stuff might be on it. All right, let's turn the page. Okay, we just have this little bit left. In 2000, the average seating capacity of a commuter aircraft was 31.7. By 2005, the average seating capacity has risen to 40.4. Find the average rate of change in the average seating capacity of a commuter aircraft from 2000 to 2005. What are they asking?
Find the average rate of change.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
How much it changes in the budget.
Yeah, but what type of information would that be? Christola, do you know what they're asking?
Not really.
Jake?
You have to make a graph and then plot them.
Oh, ooh, too much work. Too much work. I ain't about that life, bro.
Put it for calculator.
No, they're asking you to find the slope. Whenever you see the rate of change, they're talking about slope. Okay, we'll go with the box. Rate of change, slope. So here we go. Typically on top, right, that's your y. Okay, it's not going to be time. Time is always your x value. So here we go. On bottom, time is 2000 minus 2005 minus 2000. So we know the time change is 5 years. Now, in 2005, it was 40.4. In 2000, it was 31.7. We subtract those. And let's see what we get. What is that? 8.7? I don't know. You guys have
8.7.
8.7. Now, we could leave it like that, but I would probably take it one further just so you can talk more about it. And I would make it so that you kind of divided it out. All right. And I would get, let's see. Don't tell me. Good. In that.
So close.
So close. 1.74.
Type it again.
8.7.
divided by 5.
Oh, no, Jake was talking. Kill him. Is it 7.4? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, you're better than that.
I thought you had 2 shoes on.
I do.
Why did you guys all look? You really thought he walked into class with 1 shoe? Unreal.
I can't even. Wait, do
Yes.
you wear a green mask? Do you have to say your green screen like it's on there too?
Maybe.
You always wear the coconut one and then it looks like, oh yeah.
That was pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Why do you guys really care what mask I'm wearing?
I don't know.
It's, no one cares. They're just sweater.
Obviously do. All right, now it says solve for the variable so that the line through the given points has the given slope. This is a little easier than you think. It looks difficult, but here's the thing. You know your slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What?
Don't we already have this look?
Yeah, watch this. You're asked to find x. So it's a proportion. It's negative 2/3 equals 7 minus 5 over x minus 4. Negative 2/3 equals 7 minus 5 is 2 over x minus 4. Now, there's one of two ways you could do it. One, the Hansi way. Hansi's all about, bro, that's just easy. Okay? This just needs to be equal to -3 because, you know, you both got the 2's on top. So x minus 4 must equal -3. Okay? And then you would just solve it from there. See? 2 and 2. See that? All right, but here's the other one. Cross multiply. -2 times x minus 4. 3 times 2, that's 6. And then you can go ahead and solve this. You get -2x plus 8 equals 6. -2x equals -2. X equals 1.
I have no idea how you think you'd be able to get like that just from seeing -2/3.
Notice the tops. They're both 2, right?
Yeah.
So just why can't I just move the negative down to the denominator? There's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
-2/3 can be written as -2/3, -2/3, or 2 over -3. So I just choose to move it to the bottom.
Oh, -3.
Yeah, so I write -3 equals x minus 4. Add 4. Done. All right, over here for this one, same thing. 3/2 equals 3 minus y over 9 minus -3. Two negatives make a positive. So I have 3/2 equals 3 minus y over 12. Cross multiply. 36 equals 6 minus 2y. Go ahead and solve. -6 minus 6. 30 equals -2y. Divide by -2. Y equals -15. And there we go. I didn't say anything. The power of silence. It's amazing. All right. Slope of 0, slope of undefined. Okay? Basically, what these questions are asking you is just give me 2 more points on them. They're way easier than you want it to be, right? If the slope is 0, that means it's a horizontal line, right? So I want 2 more points on a horizontal line, which means which value is consistent. Jake?
You can do 5 and 2.
Not quite. So think about it. When you have a horizontal line, which value is constant? The opposite, what you think?
Y.
Y. So y is constant, meaning I want 2 points that end in 2. Kind of, what's your favorite number since it's your day?
4.
4. 4 or 2 is on that line. And Franklin. Good old Franklin. 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 Franklin.
Mr. Harmon, you remember when the best he was in that one?
This is on YouTube. Justin, can you give me another point?
3.
32. Those are both on it.
Odds exposed. Wait, how's 32 on it?
Because they both end in 2.
Remember we went there?
Now, if they're undefined, If it's undefined, it's a vertical line, meaning the x value is the same. So x is -4. So I just want 2 points that are -4 something. Jed, give me a point. -4, 2 is there. Give me another one. That's already the point.
How do you know if it's there or not?
5 has to be,
Wow.
because it's a
Fine.
vertical line. So that means they all must have
All
the same
X.
x
What were
value.
these ones?
You have to watch the video.
Yeah.
It's a lot of me talking.
But how do you get?
Can I get those views up, you know?
Wait.
I'm gonna give you a thumbs down.
You give me a thumbs down, I will unfriend you
Yeah,
on
I'm
YouTube.
done.
Oh.
I'll find
Wait,
it.
I don't even know how to find the YouTube video, if I'm gonna be honest.
How do you get undefined?
It says it
It
Yeah.
says,
in the problem.
Wait, but Mr. Harmon,
Jake, it says it in the problem, and remember, like, when I was going over what the lines look like? If it's, it will, has to, for the problem.
So it has to say it's undefined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or it'll tell you the slope.
how do you get to the YouTube?
They're literally linked on Schoology.
I mean,
I watched.
Yeah,
I never watched one.
I can tell.
I wouldn't subscribe.
All right, it says find the slope and y-intercept of the line and graph. So, easiest way to do it is just get y by itself. So to get y by itself, I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. I have -6y equals -4x plus 24. Then I divide by -6. That gives me y equals 2/3 x minus 4. So I start at -4, and I go up to 1, 2, to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. Up to 1, 2, right 3, 1, 2, 3. Up to 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So basically, the key is get y by itself. You okay with that, Leah? So what would your first step be here, Leah? Okay, so what would you do in order to get that by itself? Okay, I like the way you're thinking. You're thinking smarter, not harder. So Leah said subtract 6y from both sides. So that's going to give me -5x plus 18 equals -6y. Now what, Leah? Awesome. So Leah ain't afraid of negative numbers or the fact that it's on the right-hand side. So Leah gets y equals 18 divided by -6 is -3. And that we can only simplify out the negatives. Nice job, Leah. Way to go. Because I would have taken it the long way. So Leah did it the short way. Now we start at -3. And we go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the right 6. And I connect my dots. And to determine whether the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither, Justin, we just need to find the slope. Okay? So L1 is going to be red. L2 is going to be green. That's right. So L1, M equals, I've done this so many times at this point, I can do 8 minus 4 over 2 minus 0. 8 minus 4 is 4. 2 minus 0 is 2. That's 2. Right? And once we've been doing this like over and over and over again, do you think you really knew label your points, write your formula? Some of us maybe, right? But you, for you, Ed, you got this. Watch, Ed, ready? 5 minus -1. See that? 5 minus -1 over 3 minus 0. 5 minus -1 is 6 over 3. Huh, what are they?
Parallel.
Parallel.
I always do it.
Could have been him.
Wasn't that?
One. This one. L1 is in blue. -2 minus 2 over -1 minus 3. -2 minus 2 is -4. -1 minus 3 is -4. And that's 1. L2, be in black. So we have -1 minus 0 over 3 minus 2. That's -1 over 1, which is -1. What would you say? Last problem of the day. Then we can go down by the bay, maybe eat some hay. You guys know what movie that's from?
No.
Happy Gilmore. He's talking to Shooter McGowan.
Perpendicular.
Good. Perpendicular.
Nice job.
Thank you, Harvard.
Look, I believe in you like I believe in Santa. Santa's real.
What if someone told us you not real? It says on the
Cry
side.
for hours.
All right, let me end this video now. Don't want to be caught on camera saying anything I would. All right, no, I'm just kidding. You guys got this. I posted the next web assign, so you're good to go on that.